Every drummer has been in this situation. You're laying down the groove and your band members turn to you and say, take a drum solo. It's one of the scariest parts of drumming for a lot of people. All of a sudden, you're front and center, there's no groove to lean on, and your brain is racing. But the thing is, soloing is just a skill like anything else. The more you do it, the better you get at it. It takes time, repetition, and it starts with simple ideas. You don't need a million licks to make a good drum solo. Really, you just need one, and the tools to kind of make it your own. So in this video, I'm going to show you how. All right, let's start with one simple idea. Right, left, kick. Super basic. You've probably even played this before. I know I use it all the time when I solo. But what if we can take this simple idea and turn it into music? First, let's add dynamics. Start soft, build intensity, or mix soft notes and loud notes. And that can add contrast to the lick. Now, this simple lick, there's like shape to it. It sounds like music, there's emotion to it. Already, it's so much more interesting to listen to. Seriously, like the power of dynamics, accents, and taps is so strong. I kind of want to do that a little more, just because it's fun. Dude, that's pretty cool. Okay, next, subdivisions. If you haven't seen my subdivisions video, check it out up here or down in the description. I'll link it down below. Subdivisions allow you to kind of compress and stretch a lick into sounding a whole bunch of different ways. And my favorite method for practicing subdivisions is what I like to call the gear shift method. So take your lick and try it in quarter notes, then quarter note triplets, then eighth notes, eighth note triplets, 16th notes, 16th note triplets, and so on. You could even get weird and do odd subdivisions like groups of fives, groups of sevens, stuff like that. Whoa, I wasn't expecting the 16th note triplets to come out that clean. That's cool, I need to do that more. So you can see as we are shifting gears further and further up, it changes the sound, right? It morphs it, you compress it, or you could also gear shift in the opposite direction, right? You can start fast and get slower. So when you're soloing, you still have just this one idea, right? Right, left, kick. But you can already see just through the use of dynamics, using accents and taps, and subdivisions, we can multiply the possibilities by so much. And by using these subdivisions, it will allow you to use the same lick in different ways, so it doesn't sound repetitive when you are soloing. All right, now we can get a little spicy with it with displacement. Shift the lick over by a 16th note, or start it on the and instead of the downbeat. If we're dealing in triplets, you can start on the second or third partial of the triplet. You can get into some really crazy stuff with displacement. Something like that. I was kind of deviating from the lick a couple of times. It's just so fun. You can really play with time with this whole displacement idea. Now, you probably noticed this entire time I've been keeping quarter notes in my left foot on that hi-hat. This is good for just coordination, right? Making sure all four limbs are moving at the same time. But also, this is a cool way to kind of like do the weird stuff, but not completely throw off the band or the audience, right? They still have that quarter note pulse that they can lock into. But yeah, this kind of stuff can really make the listener do this. They start leaning in. They're like, whoa, what's he doing? You know what I mean? It's a good head turner. Also, it's a fun way to try to throw off your bandmates, but only if it's the right gig. You don't want to get fired doing this kind of stuff. So yeah, this can really take the listener on a journey, right? You're telling a story and it's still just one lick. All right, now our final tool, orchestration. Have you noticed that I've only really used my hands on the snare so far? What about the entire rest of the drum set? Keep the sticking the same, just change the surface that you're playing on. It could be the toms, the cymbals. If you have a stack, that can sound really cool. This is just another one of those variables that you add to the equation that just multiplies the possibilities exponentially. I was just playing 16th notes there, right? 1 eana, 2 eana, 3 eana, 4 eana, and just moving that sticking around the drums, right? Going around the toms, playing some cymbals, and that alone, just within the 16th note subdivision, so many possibilities. So orchestration is really where your creativity comes into play. All right, now let's combine all four tools. Dynamics, subdivisions, displacement, and orchestration. That's really all you need to make a musical drum solo that sounds way more advanced than it really is. If you like this video, please check out some of my other videos right here. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.